All right, everyone. I am here today, joined by my boy Papi Chulo, aka John Vigil, a local from the DFW here in the Time Wizard scene, and we are going to react to my abysmal game against Oscar. This match was recorded here, so I'm on the left hand side playing GBs and Oscar's on the right on Black Wings, which, mind you, John, that day I started round 1 and 2 against Black Wings. So I was
Yeah,
fated to doom no matter what.
yeah, that's like your worst matchup, and then you had to go back to back. That's
And
awful.
and I'm playing Javi's build, which is playing Reckless Greed, no defensive trap cards for your life. Like, oh my god, I felt really bad to play. But in this match against Oscar, there was definitely some mistakes that I made that I should have avoided. That could have given me an edge. Maybe not game one, but at least in game two, 100%. So hopefully you can point out my mistakes and tell me what I could have done better here. Cause yeah, nah, it was really bad.
All right, let's get into it.
So this is game number one. Oscar ends up winning the die roll here with the beautiful dice that you ended up giving me. And look at my mat. Oh man, I love this hollowed ground one so
Yeah,
much.
I really like that mat too. I wish I could have gotten one that looked like it, but I wasn't
People,
aware.
there's people selling some, so if I ever see a good deal, I'll let you know. Okay, so
Right.
here he ends up winning the die roll and normal summons Bora and sets 2. And unfortunately has the trap dust shoot, which, oh my god, I wanted to keep that test tiger so bad.
Yeah, that was like the only thing.
Literally, and then I hard drew the Secutor. Like, I get why Secutor is played, but I sometimes think that maybe Secutor should not be in the main deck whatsoever at all.
Yeah, yeah, and see him just normal summoning a Bora is why this matchup is so bad. None of your monsters could beat over it, and then he took away the tiger.
Literally, and the worst part about this is that the only monster that can beat over is Laquari. It's the only beat stick that's like, 1800. Everything else is so low. Okay, so I draw into a chariot and then pass. He set it another card last turn, and I'm kind of on my last legs here. He makes an aggressive play, which honestly works in his favor because he knows my set here is a Reckless Greed. Would you have set the chariot here, or would you have just played around the Icarus?
I wouldn't have said anything. I know in his video he's saying, "Oh, you should have just said it," but I mean, I don't want to just get Icarus like that.
I mean, that's the reason why I decided not to set a chariot. And then here, he also has a Blizzard, so not only is he making a real Armor Master, but he's also making a real Armed Wing. And I've played Vayu, like, all my my existence playing Edison, and I do underappreciate it whenever you have a real Armor Master, because that is also really hard for GPs to get over most of the time.
Yeah, it is. And then Reckless, and then you have to draw something good. Upstart.
Yeah, I end up drawing Book of Moon here and Deep Prison, which I'm surprised he plays Deep Prison considering he doesn't play the Bottomless, but I figured I might as well try to see if I can attack over the Armed Wing, but I do kind of make a blunder here, and you'll definitely catch it here. So I attack, and then Battle Step, I try to set the Armed Wing, and then I get Icarus.
Yeah. Probably should have just booked first.
Yeah, and that is something that I just keep forgetting in my mind. It's like, oh yeah, Icarus just like targets the 2, and it doesn't matter. And oh my god, for some reason I was thinking of Icarus as like Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Nah, I fumbled on that one. The worst part though is that Oscar does mention that he had a Deep Prison, so I was going to like lose that exchange anyways, but it would have been really nice if he didn't just have everything perfect there. Oh man. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks.
Yeah, in this matchup, you got Trap Dust Shoot. He had Icarus. He had Deep Prison. He hits your Tiger. You drew Secutor. And he just summoned basically a vanilla that's stronger than all the cards in your hand. So yeah, this matchup's not looking great. You're reckless, so now you can't draw. And he has an armor master, so yeah, this is why this matchup is so rough.
Well, as I mentioned, I did draw the Deep Prison, so I thought it was safe, but guess what card he has in his hand?
MFC heavy, anything, bait doll.
You guessed it. It was a heavy storm, and I
Heavy.
just pick up my cards. I mean, there was nothing that I could have done there, dude. Like, Oscar drew so well. And then the worst part is that game number 2, he draws incredibly well as well. You will see once it pans out, but yeah, I start this game, and I think I have Laquari, yeah. And then I set 3. I'm aggressive with this set, because I have Book of Moon, Judgment, and what was the last card? I forget what the last card was, but I said it because I was just like, you know what, might as well. Oh, it was Bottomless, right? And so I probably didn't have to set the Book of Moon, but I just didn't want to get shafted by like a Gale, Bora, anything like, you know, that could have just been in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the Solemn to protect you from heavy, I would have just set everything.
Yeah. And now here, he draws the one monster that can obviously beat the Laquari. So I have the Bottomless here, and then he says 3 of his own. And then I draw, and you let me know if I should have just not played into this. But I do have the Rescue Cat, and I'm thinking of not going for it. But I decide, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And so I normal summon the Rescue Cat to tribute, and you know, obviously if he has Judgment, I'm like, you know, you got Solemn for it. He says no. I tribute, special summon the what is that? I forgot his name.
Test Tiger and Sam Knight?
Sam Knight, there we go. And then he, on accident, flips up on resolution the TT. And
yes. So he is able to actually torrential, like when you summon the 2, and then if you call priority, you know, it tributes, targets, and then he can chain torrential because all of it's on summon. So right here, he just kind of messed up because I guess he forgot how the interaction worked.
Maybe.
So you would have got like, yeah.
I think it would have worked out for him there, because that's like a +1 exchange for him, right? I mean, I lost a card in hand, and I'm about to lose this monster, so I would have done it.
Yeah, he definitely should have, but I think in his comments he said he just forgot.
I don't know, man. I think it would have been good, and I would have stopped it with TT, but like it's the fact that he revealed it. So now I'm like, okay, the last time this thing happened where like an opponent accidentally revealed a card was with Ryanide, and he was playing his shitty ass Machina Frog deck, right? And he dust shoots when I have 3 cards in my hand. And then I decide to be Mr. Nice Guy, and instead of hitting the other card, which would have won me the game if I did, I just MST and roll the dice because I wanted to be a good sport. And then he wins because of it. Honestly, upsetting. So I told him, now that you revealed it, I am going to punish you for it. So I decided not to be nice. I'm not going to lie. Now, would you have gone for the Rescue Cat there?
So I wouldn't have, because you already have a monster on the field. I would have just attacked and then seen what he does after that. Because, I mean, you're going to be able to tag out. If he has a Deep Prison or something, you can Book a Moon, the Laquari. You have Book, right?
Yeah, I have Book.
Yeah, you have, like, protection for your GB, so I probably would have just attacked. And then, like, if anything happens, you have the Rescue Cat to fall back on.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just being greedy because I really wanted to get the quest out so that I could go the Bestiari, so I could go for the Gizerus. But in hindsight, this was a really aggressive play, and I should not have done it.
Yeah, it's just that, like, with GBs, when you're playing them, like, you saw it. You got dust shooted, and you had a bunch of monsters that couldn't do anything. So you already have the monster on the field. Just attack. And just see where everything goes from there. And then you would have had, like, the Rescue Cat if anything else happened. Or for, like, the next turn. And you had, Solemn set, right? So, I mean, he, like... he had torrential, so I mean, you know, like he has answers for you too. But I would have just kept the rescue cat to fall back on, because I don't want to overextend with GBs, because then if you get punished by like that torrential, it's you start snowballing into like a loss.
That's fair. Well, unfortunately, I have to live with my play, right? So, I guess the last question I have here before we continue is, let's assume he had no battle traps, right?
Yeah.
Would you have switched out with Laquari or just kept it on the field?
Well, again, you have the Book of Moon, so I probably would have. I would have tagged out.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, right? Because if I bring Bestie and he has Bottomless, I just set it. Yeah, okay.
And then if it gets set and then it dies later, you can Darius it back. Like seeing it in the grave is scary, because they can always just Darius, bring it back, and then Geyseris.
Okay. Well, let's see where this exchange got me. I end up being able to resolve the Test Tiger, targeting the Sam Knight, and someone knocked the camera there. And I do ask him, like, do you have a response? It's going to be shown later, but he does have an oppression. So he could have also oppressed me here if he wanted. But I summoned the Bestiari, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to hit your Torrential. I know you got it, so I'm going to hit that card. And then he flips TT, I flip Judgment, and he has his own Judgment, dude. Like, oh my god. This was the whole reason why I went for this play, is like, I know it's dumb, but I figured there's no way he has Judgment, right? Boy, yeah. I should fucking listen to myself and really not go for shitty plays like this, and I get punished. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of his other set card, but like now I lose both of my monsters, and this is a really dangerous situation for GBs to be in, because now I'm short on life. Black Queens can literally OTK very well here in this manner with like very little you know,
with 3 cards, just Shura, Bora, Kalut.
And that's game. And he does summon Bora. He goes for the attack here, and I, you know, book it here. And then he sets a card and passes. I have Laquari summoned, but I will let you know right now, I did have, what's his name? Rediari in hand. I think I should have summoned Rediari.
Yeah, probably right there, just to play around, like, in case he has Bottomless. And that's what ended up happening.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And plus, you want to put the Rediari back in the deck. You don't really want it in your hand if you're given the chance to put it back in.
Yeah, honestly, that was a bad run for me. So, let's say I did summon the Rediari attack. That's going to be 200 over. So, would you risk summoning out Darius?
Your bestie's in grave.
It is in grave. Or would you go for the safer play and go with Quest?
Probably would have Darius, because I want a big monster on the field.
True. Unfortunately, though, I would have gotten punished with the Bottomless, so I guess in hindsight, maybe I just go for the safer play and just go for follow-up, but I don't know. At the same time, if I didn't use Cat there, I would have had Cat to fall back on the following turn, so there's a few minor tweaks there that in this game, if I made, I probably could have won and come out on top, but with Oppression, it would have been hard anyways, but we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I do lose my Laquari instead of summoning out the Rediari, and he flips the Bora, summons out another one, and luckily he doesn't have Kalut. So I live to see another day. And this is where I got really desperate. Now I had to make the play. I do have Test Tiger. I target the Rediari. Summon the Darius in defense mode instead of attack mode to bring out the Bestiari. Was that correct?
I would have just summoned an attack.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, because like at least if it's like in attack position, you have to trade off one of them. But I mean, he also just has double Bora and you're like at 600, so it's just not a good situation to be in.
Yeah. And there we see the second bottomless, which he hits my bestiary, and I mean, we know how it goes from here. I cannot make a Gizzurus, and so I just scoop it up here.
Yeah. What do you know? Do you remember what the last card in your hand was?
No, I do not. Let's see if we can snipe it through here.
Well, yeah, it's just like if you would have brought it. I know it happened too quick. If you would have just had an attack and like, let's say you had a D prison, he'll crash one of them and then he'll attack for game and then you prison the other one. But with it in defense, you just kind of like lose.
Yeah, I think I saw my own fate there. Yeah, well, there we have it. How to not play GB's 101.
But look at Oscar's grave. He has double bottomless, torrential, solemn, oppression. He drew like every good card against GBs.
Yeah, ideally, I probably wasn't going to win anyways, even if I played to the best of my ability. But there are some key points that I want to add. Number one, yeah, the Reckless just really sucked overall, because it wasn't just this match where, you know, instead of a Reckless, I would have loved to have seen anything else, but every single match where I played the GB deck, the Reckless honestly never provided in me enough value. I think I would have rather seen the Starlight Road even. I would have rather seen Trap Stun.
Bottomless in the main.
Bottomless in the main. More defensive traps. I would have made a lot more sense. And this is not to discredit Javi, but like, I think the magic works for him. It does not work for someone else.
Yeah, he has his own game plan, but like generally with this deck, you need to protect your monsters. And in the build that you were playing, you had very limited ways of protecting your monsters. And then look at that. Both games, he's just beating you down with Bora, which is like arguably one of the worst Blackwings to draw. Because it doesn't do anything besides Pearson in a lot of matchups. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's just really tough to try to play through that. But no qualms against Oscar. Obviously, he did what he did to win. And I think I think I pulled off a Doctor Strange where I was looking at all of the possibilities to win and chose all the ones to lose.
Yeah, I mean, also it's a deck that you're not too experienced with, so it's fine. The biggest thing is just try not to overextend, because like with GBs, if you overextend, you get punished. It feels real bad. You don't have a lot of cards to like fall back on. Rescue Cat is one of those cards to fall back on, but unfortunately, that was a card you overextended with, and then you see what happened.
Well, Lord knows what would have happened if I played it correctly, but I think what I'm going to do is actually play the GB deck again until I see some moderate success with it. This is one of the decks that I was a fan of growing up. Now, when I was growing up, GBs were not good anymore, but Bestiary and Gizzurus are cool, so I think I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to see if I can hopefully win a Edison tournament at the end of the year on this channel, just so I could say that I did win one in 2025.
Yeah, and don't let Oscar shame you. You have won an Edison tournament. It just wasn't on camera because he doesn't like to show up some days.
Yeah, they will never reveal that I did beat Los in the finals for that one as well. But hey, and it was a value mirror. There was not no quick draw shenanigans. So it was me fighting for my life versus him fighting for his life. So just want to put that out there. All right. Well, thank you, John, for appearing as a guest on this video. Hopefully we have you on more. I think another one that we could do a review is either any of your matches where maybe you have fumbled or maybe where you dominated. And I also have that one match where I played against Edwin. And, well, Geo, right? And
yeah.
I was playing Blackwings that time, but honestly, if you see how bad that match was, you just wouldn't know that I think that one I actually did play fairly decent, and I just couldn't win at all because Blackwings just brick sometimes, dude. I don't know why people think that deck is good, but like when you see Oscar play here, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the deck can win just like if you draw like Icarus and Whirlwind. So like sometimes those cards just by themselves put you over, and then you draw like a Blizzard, and that's just too much for some decks to break through.
Oh well. Well, appreciate it, John, and hopefully we'll see you in any future videos.
All right, see you guys.
Catch y'all later.